Something came to me just now that I want to share. I guess I'm going to call this video the cycle of rebellion. I have to wear a patch on my arm, right here. I have to put this around my arm, and every day it's a struggle because I don't want to put it in my arm because I feel like it impedes circulation, and it if I have my jacket on, it stays there. But if I just have a short sleeve shirt, it's gonna come down onto my skin. It's gonna touch my bare skin, and my skin's gonna start to sweat. So I always have to constantly hike it back up my arm. So it's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant, and it's annoying and an inconvenience. So I have the choice to follow the rules and feel like a Jew in a concentration camp, or I can disobey the rules. But if I disobey the rules, I could lose my job or get reprimanded. And enough reprimands and I could lose my job. So, what I choose to do is I choose to wear it when I'm about to get my schedule every day. When I'm at the garage and there's people around me who can see me with it on or with it off. And when I'm out on my route, I take it off. In fact, or maybe soon after I leave, like today, I took it off soon after I left the garage. And that way, my managers can always see it on me if they're around, or my supervisors can always see it on me. When I return to base at night, I put it back on too, so that they can see it on me. And that way, they can think that I have it on. And that's how I skate through life, on a lot of different things. Some people, sarcastically say that rules are made to be broken, and to a degree I believe that it's true. But I do see it as an inherent dishonest thing to do. And in many respects, in the job and relationships, we break the rules that we might claim publicly that we want to follow, rules that we agree to, or what you might call terms in a contract that we've bound ourselves to. I don't necessarily believe in making a bunch of contracts, but if you do make a contract and if you do agree to something and you find yourself not wanting to go through with it, then you are a hypocrite if you don't attempt to make amends or fess up to the fact that, well, you've changed your mind and now you don't want to follow your agreement. So I am a walking hypocrite. I see these things in myself, and I know this about myself. And in many respects, I do these sorts of things. But what I want to talk about is when I was going to take the little badge off of my arm, I was coming down an intersection, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if someone as I passed through the intersection, I wonder if someone from the oncoming lane to my right might see me as I take the arm off. These are the sorts of things in the panicked, mind that people think about all the time. The dishonest, hypocritical mind. This is what we think about. Who's watching? Who's, let me be slick about it. Let me be slippery about it, And I thought to myself, maybe tomorrow I would do that. Maybe I would take a risk tomorrow and take my badge off when someone might be able to see and not even look, not even care if someone's seeing me or not. But today I'm afraid. Today I'm going to take my badge off safely when I know there's no one that can see me doing it. And it's funny that I thought that. It's funny that I thought that at some point, sometimes I want to be rebellious. Sometimes I want to say, fuck everybody. I'm going to take my fucking badge off in front of everybody. Now I know it's a little thing, it's my badge. There's a lot of things that I do that I can admit to, doesn't really matter, that, you know, are more heinous and more destructive and more terrible. It's a small thing, my badge, but it is like a bellwether, or whatever the word is, for a lot of other things. And I think that maybe, this is what came to me earlier, maybe we want to get into these little situations where we get a slap on the wrist, we get a reprimand, we get accosted, you know, by a superior, by someone that we know, someone that says, you know, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, you know. And for me, as someone that likes to judge myself, I ask myself, why am I that kind of person? Why do I want to punish myself? Why do I want to judge myself? And what I'm trying to understand is that maybe there are real reasons for me, you know, wanting to do this. And one of those reasons might be that I can maintain this feeling of, I'm bad, you know, I'm just, nothing's going to work out with me. I can't grow, I can't progress, I can't succeed. Let me just, you know, coast here. Let me just maintain my speed. And you know, of course, that mindset means I stagnate, and if I stagnate, that means I'm actually going down. But it's better than believing that I can actually succeed, because that is fraught with a lot of problems. Now I have to face my fears. Believing that I can succeed means that I have to face my fears. I have to get out there. I have to be someone that I've chosen not to be all this time. And so maybe that's why we want to rebel. Maybe that's why my whole life, even though I've been very compliant growing up, and a lot of people will listen to what I'm saying, and they've done things in their minds that are much worse. But to me, this is the head of a pin. This is the kind of thing, you know, this is a diamond's edge, or whatever they say. This is the kind of thing that you do this one thing, and then you do it again 2 months later, and then you do it again a few months later, and soon enough you find yourself doing it all the time, and you're excusing a whole host of terrible behaviors that are now habits for you. So I know that was a long video, and maybe I'm wrong, and who knows, something that came to me that I thought I'd share.